Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's see with DJ here, and today we're going to be doing a video on relative clauses. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. And without any further ado, let's get started. Relative clauses are used to give additional information about something without adding another sentence. With the help of relative clauses, your text becomes more fluent and avoids repetitive words. Now, in order to have a relative clause work properly, you need relative pronouns, which are specific to different types of sentences and what's going on in the sentence. Who, for example, is used to describe the subject or object pronoun for people, like she or he. The example of this would be, my sister, who lives in France, came to see me. Defining relative clauses. Relative clauses give detailed information defining a general term. These clauses are not put in commas because those would be embedded clauses. When can we use it? We can use it in cases like, my brother, who lives in France, came to see me. We use it for essential information, and this case shows it because we can infer that the person in the sentence has multiple brothers. We can leave out the object pronoun in defining relative clauses. For example, the woman who I saw at the gym is nice. You don't have to use who in that case because it's an object pronoun and this is a defining relative clause. So you can just say, the woman who I saw at the gym is nice. But this is not possible with the subject pronoun. The woman who saw me at the gym is nice. That makes sense. But you cannot say, the woman saw me at the gym is nice. You can say, the woman who saw me at the gym is nice. Or you could say, the woman who saw me at the gym. But you cannot say, the woman saw me at the gym is nice. Non-defining relative clauses give additional information about something, but it's not essential. These clauses are put in commas. We can use it in cases like, my brother, comma, who lives in France, comma, came to see me. That's an embedded clause, but it's also a relative clause. With the same example, you can say that this is not essential information, but something additional, because now we infer that the person in the sentence only has one brother. When we're writing, we put non-defining clauses between commas to show that the clause contains extra information. My mother's sister, comma, who'll be visiting us tomorrow, comma, lives in Australia. When we use non-defining relative clauses in speech, we use rising intonation before the clause and pauses before and after it. Let me show you an example, and this is to do with speaking. My mother's sister, who'll be visiting us tomorrow, lives in Australia. As you can see, the way I just said it, your tone increases before the relative clause. So in the phrase, my mother's sister, and you pause where the commas will be. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Whom would be used for the object pronoun specifically for people. This is used to replace him or her. Now a lot of people get this mixed up, and I've done a video on the differences between whom, whose and who a while ago, so if you want to check that out, it's on the channel. For example, Mr. Bean, whom I met at the supermarket. We use whom because it's used for the object of a person. Where is used when we want to talk about a place. I often travel to Mexico, where I once lived. So you can see here where is being used to describe a place, in this case being Mexico. Which is used for the subject or object pronouns for animals and things. It's like a ladybug or a computer. The phone which we bought is new is an example of using which. We use which instead of whose, whom, or who because it's used in relation to an object, this being the phone. We also use that for the subject or object pronouns of people, animals, and things. So we could use I didn't like the movie that we saw yesterday. Whose is the possession for people, animals, and things. Possession essentially means belonging to someone, and you'll see this clearly in an example a bit later. That boy whose mum is a nurse is really cute. Whose is used because the mum belongs to that boy. It's possessive. When is used when we want to talk about the time. For example, she lives in the dark ages when life was very hard. When is being used in relation to the dark ages, which is a time. Here are some common mistakes. Common mistakes include repeating the subject after a relative clause. For example, the man who was sitting next to me, he had a brown jacket. You would not use he because it's not cohesive and just sounds wrong. You would instead say, the man who was sitting next to me had a brown jacket. Another mistake commonly used is a relative clause can only have one direct object. Here's an example. He lent me the book, which I found it very useful. You would not use it because that means the relative clause has two direct objects. You would instead say, he lent me the book, which I found very useful. Finally, a very common mistake is that cannot be used in non-defining or an extra information clause. The winner, that was 25, will receive £1,000. Using that in the clause that was 25 does not make grammatical sense, and you would have to instead say the winner who was 25 will receive £1,000. Thanks for watching this video on relative clauses, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy, and have a great rest of your day. This is DJ signing out.